This is the only Apex Predator in the world to hit Predator rank every single season and split across both BR and arenas. That's 57 Predator badges, more than anyone else in Apex. And here's the kicker, he's done it all whilst playing on console. That makes him the most decorated player in Apex history, maybe even making him the real CEO. And the wildest part, he is only 21 years old. Today we're breaking down how he pulled this off, the secrets to staying Predator every single season, the secret piece of gear that higher tier players need to be using, and all the other records that he set along the way. We'll also talk about how much his account could sell for, and trust me, you will not believe the number. At the very end, we're revealing his secret controller settings, the ones that could help you hit Predator back to back to back to back. You get the point. Let's go. So, I have with me one of the most decorated console Preds on the planet right now. This guy right here has held Pred over 57 times. Absolutely insane achievement. This is Honored Flyer. Could you give us a quick summary of sort of all of your achievements? Because if one takes a quick scroll on Twitter, on any other platform that you're on, they will see 57 Pred badges, which is insane. So talk to me about that.
Hello everyone, I'm honored to be here. I'm number one crypto for wins in season 3. Number one, that's where it really all started. Number one arenas ranked in season 10. Number one Ash for kills in season 11. Number one BR ranked in season 13. Highest win streak of 403 in arenas. And actually a lot of people don't know this. I was number one Valk for kills in arena, as well as the only person in the world to be a rank Apex Predator every single split in every single season, both arenas and BR. Whew, that's a lot.
That is actually insane. If you guys put that into perspective, this game's been out for like 6 years now. So this man has been Pred every single season. Like, that is incredible. Walk me through how that all started. Were you a pub stomper? Did you come from a different game? Why Apex? And how have you been this consistent?
It all started in season 2 when I met some leaderboard grinders and number ones, and I realized, wait, I could do that. I wanted to really be someone and make a name for myself with an Apex, and what better way to be number one than on the new character in a new season? Keep in mind, back then, kills and wins leaderboard, people cared for way more than anything else. And season 3 was the first season when they introduced like numbered ranks too, so not a lot of people really cared much about that.
Obviously, the game was pretty new back then. How did you know that you were good at the game? At what point were you like, yeah, I'm pretty good at this?
I started off really bad. I didn't think anything of myself until really season 12, because that was the season I've made my first post of all my rank badges, which I didn't think was anything special, because I thought a lot of other people also got Pred like a lot on social media, and I realized that wait, other people got all BR Pred splits and all arenas, but actually no one got both. And I really went into a Hal stream because I thought Hal got Pred like every split, and he actually didn't. He missed some. And I kind of looked around on console and like the people I knew, I couldn't find anyone that had like all Preds for both BR and arenas. And I was like, wait, hold on. I might be onto something here. I might so I was just like, okay, yeah, let me keep this. So I decided to make a commitment to keep it up and just see how far it goes. And the main reason that I decided to keep it up is to make a name for myself, because that was like one of the goals back then, and to be a one of one. It also helps with relevancy, and at this stage of Apex, a lot of people have achieved many things, but to be the only one, yeah, that's something to grind for.
Yeah, so you're the only person in the entire world to do that. Is that correct?
Yeah, across all platforms, yeah.
So there has to be something that sets you apart though, man. Like, can we talk real quick? And I am probably jumping the gun here in terms of like the order of this question. But what are you using just to hop on and be this consistent? There has to be some sort of like tool that you're using or controller that you're using, right? Like, do you have any kind of custom controller? And have you ever used like special rollers in the past or stuff like that?
So currently I'm using the Wolverine V3 Pro, and I think it is the best controller that I've used so far. I started gaming with the Elite Series 1, and it was pretty good, and the 2 came out, and I was like, alright, this is pretty good. And the more I played Apex, the more like fine-tuned I wanted to get. That's when I switched from classic to linear. But the problem is that all these controllers get mad stick drift. Like, I have, and I'm not even joking, 10 plus Elite Series 2s. 10, I'm more than 10. And every single one of them got stick drift almost immediately out of the box. It just kept getting worse. So I was really looking for something that has no stick drift. If anyone out there is on controller and want to get a good controller, make sure you're looking at, and the number one most important thing is to look at Hall effect thumbsticks. So Hall effect thumbsticks are like magnetic thumbsticks, and that's what you really need to look for if you want to get good, because that gives 0 dead zone. I've had this V3 Pro for 4 months, 0 dead zone, and it's not going to get one either for like a year unless I like purposely break it or something like that. The Razer Wolverine controllers, their paddles and buttons in the back were really awkwardly placed, and it was just really uncomfortable or like too stiff. But with the new V3 Pro, like it is so good. It literally takes everything I loved about all these other controllers and just combines them into one. Like I love using this coiled controller. I still use it.
So you guys heard it here first. To reach pred this many times, or maybe even for your first time, you need the right gear. Controllers are often called legal cheats in the Apex community, but this controller here might actually be illegal. Massive thank you to Razer, who has sponsored today's video and has hooked us up with the exact controller that Honored Flyer uses. This is the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro 8K for PC, and it might be the fastest controller out there right now. It is worth noting that Flyer does use the Xbox version, but this is the PC version. Every single feature about this thing is designed to give you an advantage. The TMR magnetic joysticks are a huge selling point, and they're the best on the market at the moment. This technology completely eliminates stick drift, and they're even better than Hall effect joysticks, whilst also registering every single micro adjustment so your aim stays as crispy as possible. It has its 4 back paddles, which are remappable, and they feature a mouse click style, and it also comes with 2 remappable bumper buttons, which can be changed using the Razer Synapse 4 software. You can also save your money on Control Freaks, guys, because this has interchangeable thumbsticks with various shapes and heights. If you're like me, I like using the Raze stick on my right stick. The instant mouse click triggers, honestly, is one of the biggest selling points for me too. And honestly, I just kind of sat here clicking them for an hour. All of these features are actually packed into a super light package as well. This thing weighs only 220 grams. It's the lightest controller I have ever felt in my life. But what makes this controller so overpowered, in my opinion, is its response times. It features an 8K hyperpolling technology, which means your inputs are registered up to 8 times faster than your standard controllers. This is thought to be the fastest out there at the moment. As you guys might know, I have big hands, which means I deal big damage. So I need to have good grip on this thing. Somehow and some way, my longer fingers sit perfectly on all 4 of these back paddles, and my hands wrap perfectly around the grips. So yeah, guys, this is literally legal cheating, and it's giving ranked grinders, pro players, and even casuals a super unfair advantage in all of the right ways. Once again, massive shout out to Razer for hooking us up with this one. This is the very same controller that the only pred in the world to have pred every single season is now using. Another crazy fact about this guy right here, he's only 21. So how much of your life has Apex taken? What's the time commitment, and sort of how is that affected or not affected sort of social life, sacrifices, parents, all that sort of stuff?
Actually, not much. COVID was the one that took my life away. And that is when I started playing Apex a lot, like pretty much when COVID happened. Like season 3 was before COVID when I got #1, and I kind of missed school, but I was like, there's no way I'll be able to like keep up this crazy grind, stay number 1 and go for the next #1 with school at the same time. Like there's no way I was gonna have good grades and stuff like that. So I was actually like about to completely quit. But then, and now I know COVID was a bad thing, but for me and in my time of life, it actually was beneficial because I was actually able to play way more. And like the teachers, how it just went online, like the classes were so easy. It was pretty much almost like I didn't even take any. So if it weren't for COVID, I definitely wouldn't have 580 plus days or 14,000 hours played.
Oh
Or
my
plus the #1s
God.
I did. I know 580 days just sitting in front of a monitor, as some people would say, looking at pixels is it's definitely a crazy thought.
Dude, COVID as well. Like for me, I'm pretty sure I got like 50 days on Call of Duty Cold War. So I can kind of relate to that time period as well. That was probably like when a lot of sort of streamers, competitive gamers sort of came to fruition.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and one thing I wanted to bring up with you actually, because I did have a little sneaky peek on Apex Tracker. Your account, I believe, and this is only on Apex Tracker alone, has been searched about 20,000 times, which is insane. How often would you say you get accused of, cheating and boosted and stuff like that? Like, how do you deal with accusations? How many cheaters are you running into in pred lobbies as well? I'm curious.
Like in the beginning, it was just like very simple, like just Zim, like all the way back in like season 3, which is just using MNK on console, which is like wasn't really that big of a deal. And then it was that I DDoS lobbies, and then it was that I was teaming, and then it was I played a Sao Paulo lobbies for pred rank because it was easier because there was less preds and more platinum players. But dude, no matter who you are, you'll always get haters. Like I have never stated anywhere that I am the best, but everyone assumes that I am. Rank does not equal skill.
When you're first coming up as well, and you've hit pred for maybe like sort of your first 5 times to 10 times, people would probably be throwing out those accusations a lot more because you haven't shown that you're consistent across 57 pred badges yet. You know what I mean? So like once you hit that many, people like, shit, this guy's actually cooking. Like he is fully legit. So for players dreaming of hitting pred, maybe for their first time or, a couple times now, what is the most important thing? Is it your mechanics, your movement, the players that you play with, the mindset? Talk to me about that.
I would add aim in there. Like if you're really, really good mechanically, you could get to end game and earn more points than if you're just better at that one of the others. Like aim in second, since someone could make a play on you, but if you just snap on them, then you'll just win the fight. Like there's been situations where like I'm in a really good position and the team's in a really bad position, so we push that team and then we just end up dying for it because like someone whiffed or some like they just outgunned us at the moment. So I would definitely put aim in second place. I used to have a team to always play with who I always boosted with. We always got on at the same time. Like it was honestly nice to have. But then they kind of stopped playing the game. So I was kind of just like this solo player who was just like I just played with many different people and like I wasn't really vibing with everyone. And then eventually I did find a friend group and now I pretty much play with the same people, but I always love to meet new people. And if one of my friends I'm playing with needs one, then he just invites one, and would just make that connection, just add. Or if I see someone somehow on social media, even though I only use Twitter, pop up, and I'm like, oh wait, or I die to someone in game that I think is legit, and I'm like, oh wait, dude, like we could use them. There's always nice to expand your friends list. So we just like I just pick them up. But nowadays, yeah, I do have both like kind of the same people I play with.
That makes sense. And I feel like that's a rare thing. I've interviewed a few Preds in my time and they get that consistency and they get used to it. But your situation's a little different, which is actually really interesting. You're finding more joy in the game in sort of switching your teammates and stuff like that. It kind of leads into my next question of, do you feel pressure when you play the game to maintain that and sort of, with the teammates that you're selecting, do you prioritize fun or are you prioritizing this sort of continuous achievement, would you say?
I find the most joy playing video games with friends, and I always play ranked with my friends. I never really play anything else. So Pred like just happens over time. There are some times where it's like, oh, Pred cap's gone up last few days, and I have to get on and play. Like I need to get Pred, but for the most part, I kind of just like vibe playing with my friends, and then getting Pred just like happens over time.
How do differences in, your teammates' schedules versus you in terms of like life commitments, things you got to do, kind of play out? Because I guess the more people you have to play with, the less that scheduling is an issue. Would you agree with that?
Yes, absolutely. The more people you have to play with, the more options you have. It's kind of like when a lot of people are not on like in the mornings, and you're just like, wow, okay, great. Like I got up in the morning. I wanna gain. I wanna play. I don't have anything going on today. It's my chill day. I decided to play, and then I get up and it's like, oh yeah, like none of my friends are like people. Like I don't have people to play with. And it's just like, okay, great. But if you would have a lot of people on your friends list, then you would have, you would be able to find someone.
How did you make your connections? Was it just through Twitter, just through playing games with people in higher lobbies? Like, how did you go about that?
It's actually very interesting. I got most of my connections through the looking for group posts system on Xbox. Now, though, it's way different. Like, for example, for the past, I would say 3 years, I haven't done a single LFG, and everything and everyone I play with is just through connections to other people. 90% of the time of the people that like I add aren't even like oh, I was in a party with this guy and then he wasn't, so we added each other. No, it's literally just me playing with my friend and then me not having a third, so that friend invites someone off his friends list, and then we play, games go good, we add each other, and then it just all goes from there.
Obviously, hitting Pred this many times, more than anyone else on Earth, does Apex even feel rewarding? Do you think Apex rewards you for getting Pred anymore, or does it just feel kind of pointless now that you've done it over 50 times?
I don't think it rewards you good. I don't think it rewards you good. I think it's absolutely pointless. Like I don't use any of the badges or charms since season 14. Dude, I literally have enough pet charms and almost double that to put on every single weapon, and I just don't even bother to go in there. And I'm on controller, so I have to. It literally takes like 2 minutes. Not even joking. I have to scroll all the way down. Like I don't even care about the rewards. I think it's great that they started to make new rewards like Pred Aura and like Pred Banner. I think those are great. Every single person that I know have wanted the exact same thing since pretty much the launch of ranked, and we want skin rewards like a gun skin that just has the Pred logo on it or something, or like with your Pred number, or like a legend skin that just has Pred logo all over it, animated or something, just a skin. We want skins like all the way back in season 3. There was a leaked Hypermiss leaked sites for the game that was ranked, like rank sites. Like imagine the red dot in the game, but instead of the outline like on the outside being black, it was like red. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And then they completely scrapped the whole idea. But they did say that they're gonna better their rewards over the coming year. So we probably are gonna get skins, just have to wait for it. But at the moment, I think it's absolutely pointless. I don't use any of them. And you also, after you got so many and have so many, you kind of just don't care. Like the first pet trim I got, I was like, oh dude, this is so cool. Like I'm gonna equip it. Then the second one was like, oh dude, this is cool. Third one was like, okay, and then you just kind of completely stop caring about it. The numbers and the badges, 100% is the best rank reward because you actually get to show off what you finished as. Like imagine grinding number one, like these previous seasons before 16, you just don't get the number on the badge. It's just like I reached number one, it's just like okay. But now you get it on the badge, and actually a lot of accounts get sold for a lot more if they have a single digit badge. And plus, it just looks cool to be able to express that. Although I wish that they would have an option to disable it because I'm not gonna lie, anything above double digit is just like it just looks kind of goofy. Like I don't want to equip a pet badge with number 616 on it or number 745 or 590. You know what I mean? Like for example, when they did the ranked rumble, they had the ranked badge which had your number on it, and then they had the ranked rumble badge which didn't have the number. It was the same pet badge. It just didn't have the number of the ranked rumble badge, and I think that was actually pretty cool that they did that. Me personally, I just think they should have like a little option to like switch on and off the number on the badge.
Right, so what changes would you sort of make to the current rank system now, sort of heading forward?
Okay, so first of all, I would love to see weapon and legend skins, which we touched on before, and I'd love for them to make a new. And honestly, bro, I would love for them to make a new rank after master to make pred a bit more meaningful. But unfortunately, unfortunately, realistically, there just isn't enough players to make it viable. Like we already now have most master lobbies filled with diamonds, with multiple platinums to fill, since there just isn't enough players. So I think moving forward for Apex, I don't think ranked is going to get that many changes because a lot of people like the dream ranked would be just to get masters or a rank of your skill, maybe one or two other ranks in your lobbies, but that's pretty much it. But unfortunately, it's just not viable because Apex just doesn't have the player base to make it happen.
Do you have a number of, I guess, achieved seasons of hitting pred that you're going for? You're going for like 100, or have you ever considered sort of going pro? If not, why?
I've considered it, but I've done my research and talked to people like within the pro community, and it is just personally, I just don't find it to be a good life unless you're a successful streamer at the same time. Like I'm a very healthy person, and I would never want such a career, to be honest with you. Like it is also very unreliable. Like if your team just doesn't perform well, you might get dropped, then you have to stress to look for another team, and then you might be locked out of a contract, or you're in a contract but you want to switch teams, you don't like their teammates. It's just like a whole thing. And to me, Apex is too RNG to base your life off of it. So I've considered going pro at some point, but only for the fun part of it, of like trying to be in those ALGS lobbies and like try to win and be on the stage, not to actually like go pro and have Apex as my job. Because personally, I don't think it's a great life. And I've also heard talking to some people that it is also a toxic environment. My account is on the market and I am trying to get it sold. So when that does go, then it'll be finally time to say goodbye because I am kind of exit the space. Like I'm not too interested in play Apex anymore. The only reason I get on at this point is just to like play with my friends, and that's pretty much it. And ranked, it's kind of, it got to a point, I'm not gonna lie, and just being completely honest here, it got to a point where it's mostly a chore now that sometimes you just don't want to do. Like there are some pred splits that just take so long to maintain pred. Like for example, season 17 was a literal job to keep pred because everyone's gaining so much, and there was like what 500,000 masters. Like it was crazy. I had to play every single day multiple times to keep pred. Now it's a little bit more on the chill side. It's more so like one win a day. I'm on Xbox. I'm on Xbox, so it's a bit easy. I got it a bit easier than everyone else.
What's next for you? Is it content creation? Have you considered, I don't know if you've played it before, like CC or something like that? Competitive, obviously we've touched on. And yeah, like you said, you're selling your account. So are you stepping away from Apex eventually?
Oh, dude, I'm about to tear up. Apex was a chapter in my life. I really wanted the kids gaming dream job. Like I've boosted and coached, I got it, and then I grinded socials. I also made a name and invested in proper equipment. And then I realized it's not the type of life I enjoy. Now I'm 21 years old in college with an almost but not full developed brain. It's more developed than before, and nothing lasts forever. And enjoy it while you're at it or at the top. Make the most of it. And I personally have been stepping further away from Apex and building up a new life. My account is on the market, and once it's sold, I will feel a bit more free because I won't be like forced to keep pred when I really don't want to play. But I'll just be getting on just for fun. It's just like chapter that I just feel like I had. Like I experienced it. I've been there. I got exactly what I wanted, and I realized it's not what I want to do anymore. And you're kind of 14, and you're like, oh, gaming is all I want to do. School, whatever. That's not impressive. I want to, and you build up a name. You get on leaderboards. You're like, oh my god, you get that like quote unquote clout that you really wanted as a kid, like everyone to know you, everyone, everything. And then you just move on. And you're just like, I mean, this is like great, I guess, but it's kind of like I don't really care about it that much anymore. And it's just kind of like move on to the next thing. Like you start a business and then it goes great, and then it's just kind of like whatever. You get bored of it. You just want to move on. You just want to do the next big thing.
So for people who are interested in what an account like this would actually go for and sell for, can you give us a rough figure?
I got offers from my account for the highest offer. I'll just start with the highest offer I got was 25,000. Currently, I have an offer for 20,000, and that was a year ago. And I didn't take it because I was like, oh, I want to like my account. I did all this work and everything, and I don't think I would ever go below 15,000 though.
Dude, that is actually insane, guys. Again, obviously I'm from Australia, so ideally in AUD, but he's talking US dollars. That is insane. That is actually crazy. That's like more than, I don't know, a Burno account. That's actually wild to me. That's insane. Yeah, man. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot to look forward to outside of the Apex realm. So I guess on behalf of the whole community, yes. Like, dude, you're killing it. You've done so well. And yeah, that kind of wraps up sort of all my questioning. But yeah, man, all the best with whatever's next. Do you have any social media you want to plug, or like where people can go and like check out your, you said you're selling your account if anyone's interested, you know what I mean?
Twitter is pretty much the only social that I use. I used to use TikTok, but I got off that app because it's just like just wasn't the vibe. Although don't get me wrong, there are some amazing memes, but dude, the whole space just isn't for me. Like I just got really bored of social media, and I also kind of really toxic, and I just don't like the entire social media environment. So I'm completely off grid, except for Twitter. So I stay up to date on friends, and I still post on Twitter some Apex clips here and there. So like I'm not dead.
All right, and now for the secret settings that may be the difference between you being in Diamond or Pred. So Onedfly doesn't run anything crazy for his settings and simply chose a 4-3 linear setup, but I think the main difference is his button mapping. He uses his right joystick press as a weapon cycle and Y as his melee, meaning he can keep his hand on the stick while tracking players as he kills them. No ALCs here either. It's also worth noting that he does use a controller with back paddles, but these settings have produced stats like these, which is just absolutely insane, having a 4.08 overall KD. It definitely adds to his long list of achievements within Apex Legends.